Maddox quickly noticed the jousting. He slowly walked over toward the stables, put on his suit of armor, and mounted his horse. He had been paired up against a local rider. The two knights entered the arena and faced each other about 100 yards apart. The princess looked over at the two knights and then dropped the flag from the grandstand, which signified the start of the game. Both knights pulled back on the reins, and the horses began to gallop toward each other. The horses quickly gained speed and galloped closer and closer. Maddox lowered his lance on the other rider, and the other knight did the same. Quickly they approached, and they passed each other in a flash. Both riders had missed. The horses slowed and turned around. The two knights once again gained speed as they rode toward each other. Maddox focused on the other rider as he lowered his lance. This time, he struck the other knight on his shield and knocked him to the ground. Maddox quickly stopped his horse and jumped off to help the other knight to his feet, ensuring he was all right. The other knight congratulated Maddox for riding well and for winning the match. Maddox would now face the champion in the final round. The two knights put on their helmets and rode to the opposite ends of the arena. They stared at each other for the longest time. The princess stood up again and looked at the knights in shining armor. She dropped the flag, signaling the start of the match. Maddox pulled back on the reins of his horse, as did the champion knight. The two horses began to gallop toward each other. "Yah! Yah!" Maddox yelled. His speed increased as he drew closer to the other knight. Maddox and the champion both lowered their lances. Maddox suddenly felt a sharp pain in his shoulder as he was struck, but the blow was not hard enough to knock him off his horse. The champion was awarded 1 point for making contact. The two knights slowly turned around and rode toward the other again. Maddox again lowered his lance, as did the champion. This time, it was Maddox who made contact with the other rider. His lance struck the knight in the shoulder, almost in the same place where Maddox had been hit. The champion, like Maddox, managed to stay on his horse. Each knight now had 1 point. The first rider to receive 3 points or knock their opponent off their horse would be declared the winner and crowned champion for the day. They slowly turned and faced each other, as if looking through each other's eyes from 100 yards away. Both knights pulled back on their reins. "Yah! Yah!" they yelled. The horses quickly gained speed. Both riders focused, lowered their lances, and charged towards each other. It was like they could see and feel what the other knight was thinking as they approached one another. A loud crash could be heard as the champion knight's lance made contact with Maddox's armor, sending him to the ground in a cloud of dust. After the dust cleared, Maddox sat up and removed his helmet. "I have got to do this again," he thought, smiling. The other knight quickly approached and removed his helmet.